Alright guys, so here we have the TE37s on the car. White wasn't really my first choice, but they're really hard to find in silver. The guy that got them from a friend of mine, Justin, he actually is the one who sold us the car, Joe's car, the F30. Overall, I think it looks pretty good. It's different, that's for sure, with the white. If you look at it from this angle, you can't really see how sunk it is. But then if you look at it over here, we need the spacer. So I was running a 15 mil spacer, and it started rubbing up along this area while I was backing out of the driveway. So I was gonna have to cut more, maybe just cut down here and then cut into the bumper, just to make that clearance. But what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna be raising up the car. So by me raising it up might give us that clearance where it doesn't rub back here. I'm thinking that's what's gonna happen. But if not, then it should be an easy fix to just cut through here. It is just fiberglass, and then the plastic obviously is gonna cut pretty easy. So I think aside from that, that's the only modifications I'm gonna have to do to fit these. The wheel specs are 10.5 plus 20, 9.5 plus 22 in the front. Once I throw on the spacer, it's gonna make it a 10.5 plus 5 offset. So you guys know that it's really hard to find any wheels unless you custom order in that kind of spec. I think I've seen 10.5 plus 12 from some companies. The front's gonna need a 5 mil spacer. I took the 10 off because I felt like I was gonna get more rubbing than I needed or wanted. So I'm gonna be throwing a 5 mil just to get it pushed out just a little bit more. The tires that I was running before were 265 35s on a 9.5. These are 275s, so they are poking out a little bit. The rears are 285 35, and I feel like we could get a little bit more poke on the tire on this one. But I'm just gonna run these tires, but eventually I do want to run a 295 30, and I think that should give me the clearance that I need. Or I might even consider doing a 295 35. But let me know what you guys think. I know not a lot of people are gonna like the white, but I actually think it works. It's something different that you have to get used to just because they're so bright. So one thing that I'm gonna be wanting to change is these red stickers. I'm just really not feeling it. So I'm gonna try to find some black ones. I know I've seen some black ones, but I'm gonna try to find some in like a Nardo gray. That way, so it matches the calipers itself. I think we should be good once we raise it up. It should look a little bit better because the back is tucking a little bit more than I want it to be. I'm gonna try to get it to where it's very close to this one, maybe just a tad higher. Not maybe I'd say about this. So I don't really have to go up that much higher, but I just want to make sure that I have enough clearance in the back to run the chunky tires that I want without having any rubbing issues. So for now, I'm gonna go back to the house and get to work on that, and then I'll show you guys the results once we're done. I'm gonna have to end the video here just because I wasn't able to adjust the coilovers to my liking. The only way for me to do it is to just drop the whole arm and adjust the spring, just because right now I kept trying to twist the ring, and the actual mount where the ring sits just kept spinning with it, so it wasn't adjusting anything. After a couple hours of just playing around with it and seeing other things where I might have fitment issues, I just got tired of it and decided, you know what, I have to change the suspension anyway, so why even bother doing that now if I have to swap out the coilovers. I think the coilover on the passenger side is actually blown, because right now whenever I hit bumps, it, like a good bump, you can hear like it bottoms out. So it could be, it sounds like the top hat is loose, or it could just be the top hat that is bad. I might look into that. Here we have the setup. We still got to space out the fronts just a little bit. But let me know what you guys think.
Give it a thumbs up if you like the TEs. Give it a thumbs up if you like the white, and or give it a thumbs up if you would rather see them in silver. Like I said, silver was my first choice, and it still is my choice when it comes to the color of these wheels. But it's really hard to get them in the silver that I wanted. I wanted the bright silver. They do make it in like a smoked, not smoked, but like a light, like a very light gray, which is called, crap, I can't even think about the name. But they make a silver that's a little bit easier to get, but it's really not the silver that I wanted, just because it's more of a gunmetal, and it actually looks very close to these. So instead of having like the polished lip and the polished insert, or brushed, yeah, it's actually brushed. So brushed insert, brushed lip that you guys see here, these are the graphite, pressed graphite finish. I think that's what this is called. So the silver ones that you guys see more often are actually about this color, but it's the whole wheel. So I'm thinking that I don't know, I really wanted to do like the bright silver that matches the intake that I have. So I might end up doing that, just like a very shiny silver. I don't know, I'm just gonna rock the white for a little bit. I know it's not everybody's taste, and trust me, it's a little bit different for me just to have bright white wheels on the car. Like I bought the con size for that car because I thought it was gonna look good on the green, and turns out that I wasn't feeling it that much on the green itself. So on this color, I think it flows better with the white and the blue. So I'm gonna leave them for a bit and just enjoy them in white, and then just kind of see what direction I want to take in the future. Well, that's gonna do it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.